Media Foreign Policy report. U.S. President Donald Trump on Saturday warned Canada that if it concludes a trade deal with China, he will impose a 100% tariff on all goods coming over the border. Relations between the U.S. and its northern neighbor have been rocky since Trump returned to the White House a year ago, with spats over trade and Prime Minister Mark Carney decrying a rupture in the U.S.-led global order. During a visit to Beijing last week, Carney hailed a new strategic partnership with China that resulted in a preliminary but landmark trade agreement to reduce tariffs. But Trump warned of serious consequences should that deal be realized. If Carney thinks he is going to make Canada a drop-off port for China to send goods and products into the U.S., he is sorely mistaken. Trump wrote on his Truth Social platform, "China will eat Canada alive, completely devour it, including the destruction of their businesses, social fabric, and general way of life," he said. If Canada makes a deal with China, it will immediately be hit with a 100% tariff against all Canadian goods and products coming into the USA. The two leaders have sharpened their rhetorical knives in recent days, beginning with Carney's speech on Tuesday at the World Economic Forum in Davos, where he earned a standing ovation for his frank assessment of a rupture in the U.S.-led global order. His comment was widely viewed as a reference to Trump's disruptive influence on international affairs, although the U.S. leader was not mentioned by name.
I understand that this rupture calls for more than adaptation. It calls for honesty about the world as it is. We are taking the sign out of the window. We know the old order is not coming back. We shouldn't mourn it. Nostalgia is not a strategy. But we believe that from the fracture, we can build something bigger, better, stronger, more just. This is the task of the middle powers. The countries that have the most to lose from a world of fortresses and a most to gain from genuine cooperation. The powerful have their power, but we have something too. The capacity to stop pretending, to name reality, to build our strength at home, and to act together. That is Canada's path. We choose it openly and confidently, and it is a path wide open to any country willing to take it with us. Thank you very much.
Trump fired back at Carney a day later in his own speech, and then withdrew an invitation for the Prime Minister to join his Board of Peace, his self-styled body for resolving global conflict.
Canada gets a lot of freebies from us, by the way. They should be grateful also, but they're not. I watched your Prime Minister yesterday. He wasn't so grateful. But they should be grateful to us. Canada lives because of the United States. Remember that, Mark, the next time you make your statements.
Canada and the United States have built a remarkable partnership in the economy, in security, and in rich cultural exchange. But Canada doesn't live because of the United States. Canada thrives because we are Canadian.
With our economy under threat from abroad, Canadians have made a choice to focus on what we can control. You are choosing to put your hard-earned dollars behind Canadian businesses and Canadian workers. Canada's new government is doing the same with our new Buy Canadian policy. We're on a mission to build big, from millions of homes that will improve affordability, to major projects that will transform our economy, to the new military hardware that will protect Canadians and our sovereignty. We will build big with Canadian materials, Canadian steel, aluminum, and lumber, with Canadian technology and with Canadian workers. We can't control what other nations do. We can be our own best customer. We'll buy Canadian, we'll build Canadian. And together, we will build Canada strong.
Why Media Group? The fastest growing media group in North America.